In the middle of Montana's wild plains where winter storms bury entire highways, one old farmhouse flickered with a single light. Inside, 73-year-old widow Martha Collins prayed her last jar of soup would last the night. But outside, the silence broke. 20 Harleys thundered into her yard. Martha sat alone at her wooden kitchen table, the storm pressing against her windows. The farmhouse had been in her family for generations, but tonight it felt fragile. Her husband Thomas had passed 6 winters ago. His laughter once filled these halls. Now the walls held only the groan of the old furnace struggling against the cold. Her pantry was nearly bare. One jar of homemade chicken soup, 2 dusty cans of beans, and a box of crackers past their prime. She traced her fingers over Thomas's faded photograph. "You'd know what to do," she whispered at first. Martha thought the low vibration was thunder. But it grew louder, steadier. Through the swirling white, glowing beams pierced the storm, motorcycles. 20 big Harleys materialized, their chrome muffled beneath ice. The riders dismounted, patches stitched across their backs. Hell's Angels, the leader, broad-shouldered with a snow-crusted beard, approached the porch and knocked gently. 3 slow raps. Martha clutched the doorknob. Fear screamed, "Don't open it." But Thomas's words drifted back. "Always leave the light on for travelers." With a shaky breath, she turned the knob. The leader stood there, his eyes tired but steady. "Ma'am," he rasped, "we've been riding near 12 hours. We don't ask for much. Just a roof, and we'll be gone come morning." Martha whispered, "Come in, all of you." The men filed in, filling her small kitchen like giants in a dollhouse. The leader removed his helmet. "Name's Jack Mercer, president of the Iron Plains chapter." Martha poured her last jar of soup into a pot. 20 men, 1 pot. It wouldn't be enough. But when she set the bowls out, not one complained. They bowed their heads, silent, grateful. By midnight, the storm turned vicious. The bikers huddled in her living room. One younger rider, Cole, shivered. An older biker draped his leather jacket over the kid's shoulders. Martha's chest tightened. In the gesture, she saw Thomas's spirit. Jack caught her watching. "Don't let the patches fool you. We've all been cold, hungry, lost. Tonight you opened your door. That means more than you know." As dawn edged closer, Martha's fears crept back. She slipped into the kitchen, running her hands along the counter where bills sat piled. Her last cash, $162. Jack appeared in the doorway. "How long do you have?" he asked gently. "A few weeks, maybe less. But it's my burden, not yours." Jack shook his head. "You gave when you had nothing. That makes it ours, too." Morning light never came. The storm worsened. Highway 212 was completely shut. They were stuck. After breakfast, Jack stepped out to make calls. Marcus leaned close to Martha. When Jack makes calls, people listen. By evening, Jack returned. "Tomorrow," he said simply. "You'll see." Later, Marcus studied her face. "You don't remember? 15 years ago, a trucker broke down near here. Chest pains. You called 911, then drove him through a rock slide when the ambulance couldn't reach him. He's my brother-in-law now. Says the angel of the highway saved his life." Other bikers began sharing stories. "Carlos, 5 years back, you gave me directions and food when my daughter was in a wreck. I made it in time. Pete, you and your husband fed me, warmed me, helped fix my bike. Cole, 3 years ago, I was ready to give up. You gave me a meal and told me, sometimes being lost is the first step to being found. That night saved my life." Jack's voice broke the quiet. "And that's why you're unforgettable." Martha barely slept. Near dawn, the storm began to break. She shuffled to the window. The road shimmered with headlights, dozens weaving through the snow. 100 bikes turned into her yard. Riders from every direction poured in. Denver, Salt Lake, Oakland, Phoenix. Jack appeared at her side. "Told you tomorrow, didn't I?" "But why?" "Because you're family now." A massive man with a red beard approached. "Martha Collins, don't you remember me? 13 years ago, chest pains on your doorstep. You drove me to safety. I'm Tommy." He swept her into a hug that Jack's voice rose above the crowd. "The angel of Highway 212 isn't forgotten. Today we ride for her." Inside, riders unloaded supplies. Bags of groceries, canned goods, fresh produce. A rider placed an envelope in Jack's hand. "Open it," he urged Martha. Inside lay stacks of bills. "That's $68,000, Jack explained. Cash gathered from every chapter that heard your name. Martha wept. I can't. It's too much. Tommy shook his head. No, it's just right. Jack unrolled drawings across her table. This is your farmhouse expanded. Official rest stop for riders across the West. But why here? Because you've already been our haven. We're just making it official. And you'll never be alone again. This place will be under our protection. Martha touched the papers. All I ever did was open my door. And that, Jack said, is the most powerful thing anyone can do. As the day waned, the radio crackled. Breaker 212. How's our angel tonight? Martha lifted the receiver. Lights on, coffee's hot, and the door's always open. A cheer erupted. Engines revved in response. Jack swung onto his Harley. Keep the light on, Angel. We'll always find our way back. Months later, a sign out front read, Angel's Haven, home for all riders. Every week, bikers rolled through. Martha's pantry never went bare again. Her bills always covered. Her days no longer silent. The radio crackled daily. Breaker 212. How's our angel tonight? And Martha always replied, the light's on, coffee's hot, and the door's open for family. As evening fell, she stood on her porch. She swore she could hear Thomas's voice. Told you, Martha, leave the light on and they'll always come home. And she knew her little farmhouse would shine forever as a beacon on the stormy highway of life.